Hey everybody, welcome back to Highway Blossoms. Last time we made it to Canyon de Chelly, though we might have missed the tour. But then we caught up with them, and now we're gonna go sneak off to check out the Mummy Cave ruins for the treasure, which we'll see how that goes. Let's go. The longer we wait, the more likely it is that they'll notice us missing. I stroll over to the metal rail, hoping that I sound more confident than I am. Honestly, this is pretty risky, and more than a little stupid. But it's also exciting. I duck down and underneath the rail. After a moment, Marina does the same. We're officially out of bounds. Across the small field, I can just barely make out the shape of the ruins. They sit close to the mouth of a large cave that runs up the mountain like a scar. Okay, come on. There's an incline, but it's not too bad. Next to me, Marina spreads her arms out for balance, but I'm confident enough not to need to. Crossing over the ruins themselves will be the riskiest part. There's no cover, and anyone who happens to look over will see us. We just have to hope that the tour group has moved to somewhere without a line of sight on us. Okay, hurry. I grab Marina's hand again and start to run. She struggles to keep up, so I slow down a little bit. It takes maybe 2 minutes from one end to the other. When we reach the far wall, Marina's breathing is strained. Don't do much running, do you? Not at all. Every word is punctuated with a pant. I'm winded too, but fight my lungs to not show it. I have to look strong for Marina. Ready for the fun part? Is it actually fun? Not yet. We've still got to get up there. I point to the lip of the cave, a good 50 feet or so above us still. Marina's face goes pale as she stares at the sheer rock wall in front of us. We're not going to have to climb that, are we? How else? I wait a second for the shock to hit her face before I laugh and shake my head. Just kidding. Come over here. A short distance away is a slope, somewhat steep but not too long. It leads up into part of the cave close to the ruins. We actually do have to go up this one. Her face still looks doubtful. I don't know if I can get up that. Sure you can. It's easy. Look. I hike up a couple of steps. Dirt and a bit of gravel tumble down past my feet, but it's mostly stable. It's almost all dirt. If it was loose rock, we'd be in trouble. Still looking uncertain, Marina takes a careful step up behind me, then another. She slides back down a little bit with each step. Try to spread your weight out a little more evenly. You don't want to lose your balance and fall over. By doing what I say, she's able to reach where I'm standing. Good job. Now just do that like 50 more times. Marina groans, but I've already started. I glance back behind me. She's trailing only a couple of steps back. For all her worrying, she's doing okay. I'm just about to compliment her when I feel the earth shift beneath me and my foot slides loose. With a yelp, I lose my balance, arms flailing as I try not to fall. Then, faster than I can process, Marina's arm shoots out and grabs my sleeve. She tugs me back upright. Are you okay? Oh my God, is your ankle all right? It's not broken, is it? Panic is clearly painted across her face. No, I'm fine. The only thing injured is my pride. Are you sure? Yeah, thanks. Good save. We climb up the rest of the way together, but slowly. At the top, both of us stretching, catch our breath. That wasn't so bad, was it? Besides the part where you almost died? Maybe. I didn't almost die. Besides, that's what I have my sidekick for. She gives me a playful shove. Hey, I told you I'm not the sidekick here. It's kind of true. I mean, Marina did start all of this. She's probably more protagonist-like than Amber is in that regard. It's nice to see the two banter. Banter's always good for intimacy building in stories. You still have to earn the title of captain or commander, whatever it is. And you can do that by finding this thing before I do. Now that we're actually up in the ruins themselves, it's more clear just how tough this is going to be. The cave stretches a long way, like a deep scar in the mountain. Delicate clay buildings, some barely as tall as we are arranged throughout. They say this was a village, but it's hard to imagine anyone living here. Everything is so cramped and small. Where do you think we should start? Hard to say. It won't be anywhere obvious. Remember, people have been studying this place for decades. What if someone already found it, like a long time ago? I shrug, but that's impossible to see. The sun has now gone entirely down, leaving us shadowed in darkness. I wonder why Marina doesn't seem bothered by it this time. If they did, then I haven't heard anything about it. We're just gonna start looking. Try to be careful, though. Oh, try to be careful. You guys are already, probably walking on something super important. All the artifacts that are still on the ground. This just makes me cringe. Why did you go into the ruins? I know you want the treasure, but this is like an archaeologist's nightmare. Don't go into ruins. They're already degrading. I feel bad being here. Maybe this was a bad idea. Be super careful then, and watch for spiders. I flick on the spare flashlight and pass it to her, just in time to see the look of disgust at the mention of spiders. We split up, staying close to each other, but not overlapping where we look. I get down on my hands and knees, shining lights in every corner and cranny that I can. I worry that our lights might be visible from a distance, even though they aren't very powerful. The only alternative would be sneaking over in broad daylight, and we'd be much more likely to be caught then. I'm not finding anything except dirt. I brush my fingers along the clay bricks in hopes of finding a loose stone or secret compartment, but there's nothing like that. Thank God. That is just so... I really admire this game because it seems really well researched and well written, and clearly the writers have some familiarity with these places like Shiprock and the Mummy Cave ruins, but the whole idea of finding treasure in a secret ancient ruin is so overdone and unfortunate because it just propagates bad information about ancient people. And even though we know it was a miner who hid the gold or hid the treasure in these certain places, and he has his explanations why, this all just makes me cringe a little. But beyond that, and I guess that links up to the idea of Amber feeling the clay bricks for a secret compartment. There are no secret compartments in these ruins. That's all just exotic propaganda bullshit. But I guess someone might think that if they're going to some ancient ruins to look for treasure. Nearby, Marina's doing the same thing. She's hitched up her dress so that it doesn't drag on the ground, and I force myself to look away rather than stare. She offers quite a view, though. After a moment, Marina giggles. I'm not sure why. I haven't spoken at all because I don't want our voices to echo in the cave and give us away. But silently searching gets tedious fast, so I decide to try whispering. What's so funny? I don't know. Everything, I guess. I was just thinking how weird this is. It's just so random, All right, Aristotle. Who's that? Never mind. But, yeah, it is kind of crazy. Deciding that the building I was scouring is a lost cause, I move on to the next one. I know it's probably not a big deal for you since you do this stuff all the time, but this is honestly the most fun I've ever had, I think. Destroying ancient Native American landmarks. God, Amber, your commentary is so dead on. What are you doing? I know, treasure, stay focused. I'm being careful, super careful, but just in general, being out here on the road, I thought maybe I was making a mistake when I left, but not anymore. I'm glad. And I am. I really am. Guess it worked out well for both of us. I can't see her from here, but I know she's smiling. Then she giggles again. Ah, Amber, you're a big old softy after all, aren't you? I'm not. I take it back. I should have left you on the side of the road. This time we both laugh. After that, we lapse back into near silence, just the sound of us crawling around or occasionally moving to another building to search. Soon the happy atmosphere starts to dissolve as we start getting frustrated. Or at least I do. It takes maybe 20 minutes before we've looked over all the buildings. There aren't too many, and combing over them isn't that hard. But we don't find anything. Not even a clue or a hint that we're in the right spot. Sighing through my nose, I start double-checking some of the larger homes. All the crawling and bending is starting to take a toll on me. When I straighten up, my back is sore, and sweat presses my hair to my forehead. We should have brought some bottles of water with us. I lean against a rock wall and massage my shoulders. Marina finishes up a building, then joins me. She's biting her lip, frowning a little. Any luck? Nope, nothing. You? We both pause, silent. So, that's it, right? Like we've checked all the buildings. Can't be. We must have missed something. I'm going to try checking out the cave itself. She just stands there, watches as I head over to the far side. I shine my flashlight up and down and up again, examining every inch of the rock. There's got to be a crevice where the gold is stashed, or some other hiding place. There has to be. But none of the cracks are wide enough or deep enough for something like that. A few minutes later, and I pass by Marina, still in the same place. I check her face as I go. Her eyebrows are furrowed and she looks worried. I keep hunting. Images of Mariah triumphantly holding up the gold spur me on. Just the thought of her smug grin pisses me off. When I reach the other end of the cave, I double back and check it again. And again. Finally, Marina pulls away from the wall. I hear it, but don't see it. Amber, come on. There's no way. Her voice is a knife in my heart. It hurts because I know she's right. I sigh and flick off my flashlight. Standing there, I look at the invisible ground and have to admit the truth to myself. It's not here. There's no treasure to be found in the mummy cave ruins. Either we got it wrong or someone beat us to it. Whichever the answer, there's nowhere else in here that it could be. I make my way back to Marina slowly. I can feel stinging tears of frustration beginning to well up in my eyes, which surprises me. I'm sure Mariah would be laughing at me if she were here right now. Abruptly, I stop walking towards her and spin around. I don't want Marina to see. There's the sound of crunching dirt as she walks over. Amber? There's worry in her voice. I shake my head. I don't know if she can see. She lays her hand on my shoulder, and 2 tears manage to leak out of my eyes. I shake my head again. Amber? Amber, it's okay. No, I'm sorry. I screwed up. I was wrong. There's nothing here. I know there isn't. Seriously, that's okay. I sobbed, not even knowing why. Damn it. Get a grip, Amber. I wrench my eyes shut before the waterworks really start. It burns, but I manage to hold back. Taking deep breaths, I get myself under control. I sink down to lean against the wall of the cave. Marina does the same. Our clothes are dusty from being on the ground so much. Marina pokes me in the side. You okay? I draw a rattly breath. Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry, I don't know what that was about. I just got super frustrated. Yeah, I could tell. Can it? I flick her gently on the knee. but that was kind of embarrassing. No, it's okay, really. I cry all the time at home, don't worry. It's like losing, not finding the treasure, I mean. So I'm mad for wasting all our time on this. Aren't you? No, why would I be? She sounds genuinely surprised. Because now we're behind on the next one, too. What if someone beats us to all the rest of them? Now you sound like me. Oh God, is there a cure? Meanie. But really, I had fun, so I don't think it was a waste of time. Even if we're not, like, super rich now, I'm glad we came here. Are you kidding me? You guys have a box of gold from Shiprock. Like, just, I'd be happy with that. Are you kidding me? That's super rich to me. Once again, I don't even have to look to know she's smiling. She's always smiling after all. It's one of the cuter things about her, and there are lots of those. But I'm afraid to look up and meet her eyes, afraid of because of what I've been starting to feel lately, and how I've been thinking of her. It's stupid to get bothered by this now. I know, we've been together all day. But right now, when I'm already being over emotional, I feel like it'd be a bad idea. Amber? And then, by reflex, I do it anyway. I look over, and I was right. My heart flutters a little, but the smile I was anticipating has been replaced by yet another look of concern. Yeah, you're right. I guess it wasn't so bad. She brightens up immediately. For real? Mm-hmm. I'm good now. Still sorry for freaking out there for a sec. It's okay. Don't feel bad. Groaning, I stand up again. I'm definitely going to be sore tomorrow. We should get out of here, though. Longer we spend, the more likely we are to get caught. It's been probably 45 minutes or so since we ditched the tour group. Hopefully they didn't get search and rescue out looking for us. I offer my hand to Marina, who's still sitting on the ground. She takes it, and I haul her to her feet. After dusting herself off, we both walk to the edge of the cave. It's impossible to see anything. Even the trail across the way is invisible from here. Watch your step going down the hill. Yeah, we don't want anyone to almost die again. Going down the hill is easier than going up, though we still have to be careful. We make it to the bottom without incident. We don't risk the flashlights until we're back across the fence on the trail. Now that we're not out of bounds, it doesn't matter if people see us. Where do we go now? I think about it for a moment. There's not much point in catching up with the tour again. Besides, it's probably ended by now. Still, if they did notice that we disappeared, then it could be bad for us to just leave the park. The last thing I want to see is our faces on missing person posters the next time we stop at a gas station. Amber, you're overthinking it. They would need your actual pictures for those posters, which they clearly don't have. And they probably don't care that much, honestly. But they've got a 45-minute lead on us, and that'll only grow if we're to try to find them. We'll just go back to the parking lot and get out of here. If anyone asks, we can just say we left early. Thank God. I was hoping you'd say that. How come? I'm so tired. Same. My back's gonna hurt for a year. At least you have the comfy bed. Hey, you could always... Oh, Amber. Were you just about to invite Marina into your bed? That's what it sounded like. Oh God, of course. Can't do that just yet. It's too soon. Grab some more pillows from the closet if you need. Seriously, Amber, that was mean. That was mean. Oh yeah, Gramps liked to have a zillion pillows when he slept. Oh. She sounds let down. Oops, maybe I should have made the connection there. Or Marina's just like a normal person who doesn't need 50 million pillows. I've never liked to sleep with a lot of pillows. I have one pillow and I like that one pillow. And if there are any more pillows on my bed, I freak out like a normal person, right? No, it's not true. I know tons of people who love to have a zillion pillows. I just don't get it. Don't worry, they weren't like his special pillows or anything. You can use them. Alright. Damn, she really starts to worry me when I mention him. Guess there's a good reason for that. But right now, though the thought is a familiar jab of sadness, I'm not about to break down. I'm doing okay for now. We're quiet the rest of the way down the trail, though. Without having to stick to the slow pace of a guided tour, it's actually a quick walk. There aren't any other hikers out, which surprises me. It's dark, but not that late. As we reach the parking lot, it seems like we had perfect timing, or maybe perfectly awful. Spilling out of our trailhead on the other side is the tour group that we were briefly part of. I recognize the tour guide as well as, oh boy, our favorite Wisconsin woman, Wisconsinian, I don't know, what do you call a person from Wisconsin? Some Midwesterner, there we go. Oh, there you girls are. She came from my blind spot before we had time to hide. I don't even try to force a smile as I turn to face her. She strolls up to us. Dino's still asleep. Howard's nowhere to be seen, though. Maybe he's in their car. I was hoping to see y'all before you left. Yeah, we were pretty tired, so we came back early. Oh, I'll bet you are. She winks at me like she's in on the joke. Problem is, I don't know what the joke's supposed to be. What do you mean? Don't think I didn't notice you two running off now. Figured you were, you know. Oh my god! Are we going there? She laughs and shakes her head. I think it's good though. Reminds me of me and my Howard when we were younger. We used to sneak off every chance we got, if you know what I mean. So everyone can see the chemistry between Marina and Amber, except for apparently Amber. I think Marina even notices it herself, considering that last exchange about the bed and the pillows. But, oh man. Well, she's very open-minded for someone from Wisconsin. Those people do exist. Marina's face is hilarious. Oh. My face starts to turn red as I realize what she's thinking. Marina's probably tomato colored, though I don't turn to look. We weren't. We're not. No need to be embarrassed or anything like that. And besides, at least you won't get pregnant. True. Benefits. Speaking the truth. That's one thing you don't have to worry about. She laughs heartily, the baby on her chest bouncing with emotion. Sorry, though. I'm getting to be a bit too nosy for my own good. Y'all girls be safe out there. It was nice to get to know ya. She grabs my hand from my side and pumps it in a vigorous handshake, then does the same to Marina. Neither of us react, still dumbfounded. Then she heads off towards the sea of cars. More of a puddle now since most have already left. I turn to Marina. As expected, her face is scarlet. Wow. Right? That poor baby. That is not what Marina is freaking out about, Amber. This is like the second time some stranger, more or less, has called you out on your apparent relationship, which is non-existent right now, but apparently should be a thing because everyone else sees it. I mean, if it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, it's a duck, right? And that poor husband. Oh, Amber. Denial, denial, denial. I didn't think people like that were real. Like that they only existed in books and movies and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I've met people like that before. And they're usually wrong. They're usually seeing something that's not there. But, I guess you could get lucky. Even a clock's right twice a day, right? They say the desert does weird things to your head. Or maybe Wisconsin does. Nah, desert's pretty weird. There's some weird energy in some of those places in Arizona, especially when you're wandering around old Native American ruins. Ooh, some of them give me the heebie-jeebies. I get the worst vibes from some of those places. It's just I shouldn't say it's a bad vibe, but it's like some strange energy of like, you don't want to hang around there too long. You're not supposed to be there. I could see that being the case with Canyon de Chelly and those mummy cave ruins. I shrug and start walking back towards the RV. I'm glad that Marina doesn't push the topic of Linda's misconception. I unlock the door and let Marina in first. We're one of the last ones here. Before I pull the door shut, I take a final look around Canyon de Chelly, or what little of it I can see. It may have been a bust, but like Marina said, it wasn't a total waste of time. So I wonder if someone else got the treasure first, or if that treasure wasn't at Canyon de Chelly and it was in some other ruins. After all, there are tons of ruins in caves in Arizona, in the Southwest in general. But either way, we'll find out next time. So thanks you all for watching, and I'll take care.